name's Melissa von Sternberg. I'm from the Virginia DMV area. And yeah, this was great.
Awesome. So, how was kind of your situation like before you started working with us? What did life kind of look like then?
Prior to working with you guys, I was in a very deep depression. It very much was binge eating and not how I lived my life previously in the health aspect. I at one point was very fitness oriented, health oriented. I would eat very clean and work out. Around COVID, a lot of that had changed. And it turned into more laying on the couch,
Mhm.
fast food, and I just turned into a part of myself that I didn't recognize
Yeah.
prior. Yeah. Um, a lot of, oh, we should go on walks, but then the couch is a lot more comfortable, or I'm too busy to do this, and really making excuses for not getting into the gym.
Yeah. So a
Hmm.
lot of like inconsistency in terms of the day to day, really
Yeah.
just like making those secondhand choices of like, I could work out, but I don't really want to, and just kind of
Yeah.
like living in the status quo almost.
Yeah, I was traveling a lot for work, so it was a lot of eating out and not setting myself up with a hotel that offers cooking availability and all of that.
Yeah.
Uh, so it became very I became uncomfortable in my own skin. I think pretty
Yeah.
much.
And like, how did that kind of feel on the day to day? I know you're traveling a lot. Like a lot of the clients that I work with travel, they have a lot of
Hmm.
different things going on. Like, how did, feeling uncomfortable in your skin, what did that look like for you in those situations?
It was wearing a lot of like baggier clothes, trying to cover up my body, just
Yeah.
play like I wasn't comfortable with pretty much anything, so just
Mm.
covering as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what kind of things do you feel like you wanted to wear in those moments? Like when you're traveling or you're going to the beach or you're going on vacation or whatever it may be, like what did you feel like you were missing out on at that point?
I wanted to wear clothes that I already own that I had previously. I wanted to fit
Mm.
back into like some of my favorite jeans that I couldn't fit in anymore. And then it became about how stretchy they were instead of
Mm.
if they made my outfit look nicer, or if I was
Yeah.
just comfortable in them. It became a lot of these like really pretty bodysuits that I used to have, and putting a sweater over instead. Or
Yeah.
bathing suits with a cute cover up turned into one pieces with long, heavy t shirts.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, and just embarrassed, I think, or looking at photos after, because in my mind I thought I looked cute, but then I would look at a photo and be like, oh, but that's my stomach, and like I'm bigger than this person next to me, or something along those lines, all
Yeah.
the time, every
All
day.
the time. Every day. Every day. How
Yeah.
long was that the reality of like the day-to-day life?
Um, I've been uh for that
Yeah.
3 years,
3 years. Okay.
hmm
Wow.
maybe
Okay.
4.
Maybe four. Okay. So
Hmm.
quite a while of like feeling uncomfortable in your own skin and feeling uncomfortable with what you're wearing and just kind of like not being the confident, radiant person you are today.
Yeah,
Like just
yeah.
not being yourself almost. Okay.
No, not being myself and not going out and doing things because I didn't want to have to put on certain dresses, or not wanting to be in friends' weddings because I didn't want to feel big in photos, or and those photos last for forever.
Forever.
So yeah, so it definitely, and I don't think I actually realized it until after I started with the program, or started reworking out on my own and not seeing results. And then when I got
Yeah.
in the program and really started seeing the results and like feeling just better, it came full circle for how down on myself I really was.
Yeah. It
Hmm.
kind of changed your perspective of like, wow, this is what I was missing out on almost. This
Hmm.
is the person that I used to be, and this is
Yeah.
where things were, right?
Yeah.
where they were
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So how did you kind of find out about us? Like, where did you find us from? What got you started with your interest in your health again?
On Instagram.
Yeah.
I started following you because you were posting videos about women's health and how it is different than men's, and like what women do
Mhm.
need to do to work out. And as you get older, how much our metabolism does change compared to men.
Yeah.
And the normal gym regimen isn't the only thing you have to do, but really balancing your micro, what are they, your
Macronutrients.
protein, and
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, balances out. Okay. And what were your thoughts going through the process, especially in the beginning where some people are like, man, there's a lot of changes potentially. Like what were your thoughts going through that process?
I was ready for the changes. The only thing that I would talk to my trainer about this quite often, was weighing myself every day and really
Sure.
getting in that mindset. However, now that I'm in it, it's almost like if you're too anxious about something, doing it to the point where
Yeah.
you don't think about it anymore. Um, but the change I was ready for, and I wanted
Yeah.
that structure. I definitely need that type of structure, and it helps to be held accountable to somebody that's
Yeah.
not myself or my husband.
Yeah. I remember we talked about that because like you were like, yeah, I'm accountable to my husband, but he's kind of saying the same things as me where it's like, I'm kind of tired.
Yes.
Like,
Or like, you look beautiful no matter what, and
yes.
it's never gonna, like, no matter what, he's so sweet, but at the same time, like, but I'm not comfortable.
Yeah, I think a lot of women feel that too, where it's like, your husband is always or your partner's always going to support you, right? But like
Yeah.
you need to feel it on the inside as well.
Yeah.
You need to feel like yourself again. You need to feel happy and confident, all those things. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And I'm glad that you were ready for the changes, right? Like you were able to immediately get into everything and just like
Yeah.
start seeing results right away, which is what I love, right?
Yeah.
So I know you went through the process, right? What were maybe some of your doubts and fears about, even starting with us in the first place, if there was any at all?
Honestly, I think my doubts, it really came down to the financial part, but you
Yeah.
guys worked with me, and it was the best decision and best money I spent. Um when I was in the program, I really felt the investment in myself that I made.
Yeah.
Which I actually, now at this point, I don't know if I can put a price on that, because it really has like gotten me back to where I was, and not just the weight aspect, but the self-confidence. Like,
Mm.
when I walk past the mirror, I'm like, oh, I look super cute today. Or something where I used to avoid it before.
Yeah.
Um so it's just like stuff, yeah, like that. But the program itself, I had zero, sorry, it's very high. I had
Okay.
zero questioning about that.
Good.
Yeah.
What made you, what made you say yes, right? At the end of the day, what was the thing that made you feel like this is the answer for me? The program is what I need, kind of.
I think it was after our conversation.
Yeah.
Um, and when you talked about a personal investment versus, staying stagnant almost.
Mm.
And in that moment, it like clicked for me, and it was like, let me try. Let me try
Yeah.
for 3 months. And then after the 3 months, I was like, I'm not ready to move on yet.
Yeah.
And we extended, and I'm so happy I did.
That's amazing. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And so, where are you kind of at now with your health, your weight, everything compared to where you were before? Do you remember exactly where you were at before as well?
Yes. So I'm down 20 pounds.
Nice.
Um, the before and after photos for me are shocking.
I
And I
know, it's
keep going
crazy.
back and looking. The one of my back is
Yes.
like and I sit there and I was like, I didn't, in the moment when I was bigger, I didn't see it like that. But seeing the photo of me now from the backside, where you can
Yes.
literally see my hips back, I'm like, this is where I want to be. Um, yeah, it's just yeah. So, but I
No.
I think now it's not just the weight
Mhm.
loss, it's the patterns that I set up for myself. And it is like weighing my macros and like my
Yeah.
food, and the pattern, and all of that the why am I blanking on her name? Set up for me, because I
Yeah.
also loved her. Like, she became a part of my daily life.
Antonia, yeah. Antonia
Yes.
was the best.
She
Yeah.
was it, and I wrote her right before I said I think I'm ready to go on my own. I said I'm gonna miss you. Just because it's such a weird, like, we've never met in person, but
Yeah.
she knows like
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And I honestly like I think people need to see the before and after pictures because it's like so drastic.
It's
Like
so drastic. It's wild. Like, I can feel my clothes are looser. I can feel better in them, but seeing the before and after side by side is wild.
yeah. And that's a big thing that some people miss. They're like, you know, at that point in the very beginning, they're like, I'm scared to take the photos,
And I
right? Like,
was, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And you took them anyways because we were like, we need them. We need them so you can see how you're feeling now at this point. Like,
Yeah.
just a couple months down the road, it's like, what happened? Where was
Yeah.
I before even at that point? And
Yeah.
so now that we're kind of in this position, right? You've lost the weight, you're feeling more confident. What are some of the things that you've started to do for yourself or started to change in your day to day that maybe you wouldn't have done before?
Very honestly, taking like full body photos again
Mm,
is like the biggest one. And not and wearing jeans that I've had for years that I couldn't fit into, but I kept them because I was like, one day. But I think the biggest one is actually, yeah, taking full body photos
yeah, that's a big one. And like
and posting
what-
again.
posting it, okay. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
great. And have you been to any of those weddings recently too?
My brother's
Nice.
in and it was right when I re-up. So I was 3 months in. So I'm done about 10 more pounds, maybe
Yeah.
15. No, I think 10 more since then. Um, but even those photos, like, I can see the difference, even like
Yeah.
in my face. And
That was
uh
huge.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
huge. Like I think you're one of like my favorite like before and afters just because of how drastic it was.
yeah.
Like it was like such a big change and I know like I'm very happy about it. I know you're very happy about it, right?
Yeah,
Like it's very empowering and I love it because it was such a great story that you had coming into it and like just honestly going through the process. Like I've always been in the background talking to Antonio about everything you're going through, right? So like I'm
yeah,
always there, I'm always knowing what's going on. And so just seeing how much progress you have made, like both physically, like you're saying, but also like mentally too. Like the
yeah,
big changes in the way that you feel each and every single day, like you're talking about the different things you're able to do, those are big. Cause that's
yeah,
like that's a big deal. And then also knowing now that you're in the position where you're like, hey, I know what to do as well.
yeah,
That's probably the biggest thing for me too, is like you
yeah.
feel sustainable at the end of the day.
And I did think about it. I thought about it for a long time. I talked to my husband, and he said, he was like, I think you are good now. Like, you
Yeah.
have what you have the base. And I can, and the one thing he said, he was like, you can always go back.
Yeah, of
You
course.
have, yeah, like, you have the means, but you can, like, if you feel that you need that safety system or something, like, you can always re-sign up. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's true.
Yeah, of course. And I think like we always want to set up the program in this way where you can do it on your own.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the programs out there set you up for failure in the sense of like you don't know what to do, you kind of get stuck and then you're like, what do I do at this point, right? The weight comes back on. I don't see that happening for you, right?
No, no, I got it back. I got my energy back. I
Yeah.
got the want to. And it's so funny because my job now is actually the gym I was going to.
Yeah,
So working in that atmosphere also
of course.
helps. And but setting myself up to, I don't need to eat out every meal when I'm traveling. Like,
Yeah.
get a hotel room that allows for extended stays and go to the grocery store. And so just that mindset, it's really changed my life. And I love this program.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for you, what would you kind of tell somebody, right? I know we know your story now, but what
Yeah.
would you tell somebody else who's kind of on the fence about this right now and unsure whether they should take that next step in the first place?
Do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, take the jump and believe in yourself and really invest in your feelings, your mental health, your physical health. Um, because in the long run, it really, really, you see the full circle and it really is amazing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I love that. And like, I love speaking to you because this has been such a great transformation for you. And I know, like, as you said, you know what to do now. And let's
Yeah.
say like 5, 10 years down the line, you're like, hey, Ethan, I hit this new problem that came up. You could always just let me know, and we're happy to help you with anything that comes up in the future as well. Like
Oh,
always.
absolutely. I really just want to reiterate how much I really, really loved working with Antonia,
Yeah.
she would answer at all times. Like she would help me with like restaurant meal decisions, and really like on our one-on-one calls, like give me the feedback that I needed and not just wanted to hear.
Mm.
The workouts that she did, if I there was one time when my workouts changed and I text her and I said, I'm just not feeling like the same burn or the same workout that I was with the set prior. And she talked me through why, and I was still seeing results. And I think like the knowledge is power with everything, and you and her are just so knowledgeable in what needs to happen to just like trust the process, and
Yeah.
you'll get where you want. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because I love, Antonio's been such a great help in terms of like working with clients and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know she does do a good bit, which I love doing, which is like you're saying, challenging a little bit, right?
Hmm.
Like we want to motivate the clients. We don't want to be the coach who just kind of is like, oh, you missed it. That's okay. Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
get it
No.
next week, right? Like,
Yeah. And if I was like I think because I was consistent for so long that if there was like a week where I was inconsistent, she was like, "What's going on? What's happening?" I'm like, "I'm trying."
yeah, yeah. And I think that's the key thing at the end of the day, right? We want to have the accountability there to tell you what you need to be doing, not what you want to hear sometimes,
Yeah.
get you back on track. And then ultimately, through that process of, challenging when it's hard, you now know how to do it when it's hard too.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, you're not going to be, going on another trip and being like, like, I could just do whatever I want kind of thing. It's like, no, I can do the right things. I
Protein
gotta do
first.
nothing. Yeah. Protein first, get your steps in,
Hmm.
hit a gym or hit a workout at the hotel gym.
Hmm.
You need to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. So other than that, like I loved working with you as well. It was amazing speaking
Same.
with you today. Like I think the biggest thing is going to be before and after photos, right? Like you'll always have that for life now. You'll be able to tell, your family forever.
Yeah. It is so
Like,
crazy. I have the videos saved that you send, and I took
yeah.
screenshots and I sent it to my dad, and he was like, and my whole family's amazing. They're like, well, you were
Yeah.
beautiful before. And I'm like, no, I understand that. But like, look, like the hard work I put in. And he
Yeah.
goes, no, it's insane. It's incredible. Yeah.